Just a quick thing before I do get started with the video. I am now starting to create videos on Amino, so if you want to watch more videos from myself, then make sure you do follow me on Amino. So make sure you download the Amino app and search for Snorf93. There is a video on there ready for you to watch. So I know I said last week it would be the last time I talk about Splatoon 3 until August, but I wanted to make a follow-up video to my last video, which was really pie in the sky sort of stuff. There is a really small chance of what I said in that video actually happening. I wasn't really happy of leaving the Splatoon 3 conversation there, so I wanted to leave the conversation on a more realistic note, and this is going to be a follow-up video to a video I made at the end of last year, around about November, where I talked about the possibility of Splatoon 3 coming out in 2020. So this is going to be part 2 to that video. I would really recommend you checking out that video, so it will be in the top right, it will be in the description as well. So at E3, Animal Crossing New Horizons was shown off. We got our first proper look at gameplay, and it did get confirmed it has been delayed until 2020, which is something which I did say in that video from November last year. I did say that Animal Crossing could come out in 2020, so apologies to Animal Crossing fans. I cursed that game, so I must apologise to you. But the reason why I am bringing up Animal Crossing New Horizons is that its producer is none other than Splatoon 2's producer, No Gourmet. So if you don't know, pretty much the dev team of Splatoon is made up of people that were working not only on New Super Mario Bros. U, but also on the Animal Crossing series as well, and they were tasked to make a brand new IP for the Wii U. We got Splatoon, and of course when we got the final Splatfest, they moved over to developing Splatoon 2. So I just wanted to talk about my thoughts seeing No Gourmet being the producer for Animal Crossing New Horizons and what it could possibly mean for Splatoon 3. I don't think we will be getting Splatoon 3 anytime soon. I think this confirms that the Splatoon dev team, they have been busy working on Animal Crossing New Horizons, but I guess there is always a possibility that it is just No Gourmet who is working on Animal Crossing New Horizons, and the Splatoon dev team is still there to work on a potential Splatoon 3. But to be honest, I just don't think that will be happening. I think pretty much the dev team have been busy working on Animal Crossing New Horizons, so if Splatoon 3 is in the works, I don't think they will start it, not only until after when the final Splatfest is done, to implement all of the fallout from that. I just don't think they will work on it until they have finished Animal Crossing New Horizons, which could be like many years down the line, just because that game will be getting updated all of the time with new content. So I honestly believe that Splatoon 3 is not any close to happening, unfortunately. I guess there is always the possibility that Nintendo could have got another dev team entirely to work on Animal Crossing New Horizons, but the fact that Splatoon 2's producer is producing Animal Crossing New Horizons, who would be left to develop and produce a potential Splatoon 3? Would No Gourmet just suddenly move on to developing Splatoon 3 when Animal Crossing New Horizons does come out in March 2020? I just can't see that happening. Or maybe Splatoon 1's producer Sakaguchi could be producing Splatoon 3 instead of No Gourmet. He has been busy working on Nintendo Labo, whilst Nogami worked on Splatoon 2. So who knows, maybe it could be a situation where Sakaguchi will take over from Nogami. There is still enough people there to develop a Splatoon 3, but yeah, I don't think that will happen. I think most of the dev team have moved on to working on Animal Crossing New Horizons. Maybe they did move on quite early on in development. I know Octo Expansion DLC, that was worked on by a lot of the people that did work on the shrines in Zelda Breath of the Wild. So who knows, maybe a lot of the dev team that did work on Splatoon 2, maybe they could have moved on to developing Animal Crossing New Horizons quite early on in Splatoon 2's life cycle. Maybe that is a situation that did happen and only a small team was left behind to work on all of the updates we got for Splatoon 2, and now those people have moved on to finishing up Animal Crossing New Horizons. But I would have liked to have thought that, because Splatoon is really popular, that it will get its own dev team now, and it will not be a situation what I think is the more realistic option, and that is both Animal Crossing and Splatoon, they both share the same developers, and when Splatoon is being worked on, Animal Crossing fans have to wait, and vice versa. When Animal Crossing game comes out, us Splatoon fans have to wait. But to be honest with you, I can't really complain. I don't think us Splatoon fans are in a realistic position to complain about a new game, because in between Animal Crossing New Leaf and Animal Crossing New Horizons, we have had Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. So yeah, I think what is happening is that most of the dev team that do work on Splatoon games, they are now working on Animal Crossing New Horizons for the foreseeable future, and Splatoon 3 will not be worked on until Animal Crossing New Horizons is completely done. Not only when it comes out in March next year, but when new content completely finishes for that game, and who knows when that will be. So yeah, I don't think Splatoon 3 will be happening anytime soon, and to be honest with you, I am not really bothered about that. I would want Nintendo to spend as much time as possible on Splatoon 3 to make it as special as can be, pretty much. I don't want the turnaround to be as quick as the turnaround between Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, because I want the dev team to have the time to implement more ideas, to put more content into a Splatoon 3, to make Splatoon 3 more different to Splatoon 2. Not in terms of gameplay, the gameplay should stay the same, it is really special, but I just want more content. Like, I will be talking about this in like a future video, but I just want more content. I want Splatoon 3 to be bigger and better than Splatoon 2, and maybe that is not possible with a quick turnaround. So yeah, because Nogami is the producer of Animal Crossing New Horizons, I think that is a suggestion that most of the dev team who do work on Splatoon games, they are now working on Animal Crossing New Horizons, and Splatoon 3 will not be worked on for a long while yet. I don't think Splatoon 3 will be coming out in 2020. Who knows, we could still get an announcement for a Splatoon 3 and it could come out in 2021, but yeah, even then I still feel like that could be too soon. So I am definitely sticking to maybe Splatoon 3 is not going to come out until the next system. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. What do you think Nogami being a producer of Animal Crossing New Horizons could mean for the Splatoon franchise? Does it mean that Splatoon 3 will not be worked on for a long while yet? Do you think that the Splatoon 2 dev team, they are now working on Animal Crossing New Horizons? They are originally Animal Crossing developers, so maybe they have been switched back to working on Animal Crossing. So definitely I'm looking forward to your thoughts. It's just something which I did think about when I saw that Nogame was the producer for Animal Crossing New Horizons. So yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to your thoughts. And yeah, we'll see you in another video for the next month until early August. I will be focusing on Splatoon 2. But when the final Splatfest is done and dusted, when we do get version 5.0, I will be making more Splatoon 3 videos. I will be talking about what I want to see in a potential Splatoon 3. So that's pretty much it with this video, and I will see you next time, hopefully. Just an update to end this video on with some piece of news that did drop a couple of days after when I finished recording the video. So Nogame has been promoted by Nintendo, probably through his work on Splatoon 2. But he is now known as not only producer, but also Deputy General Manager as well. And also Aya or Aya Kayugoku, who you can see alongside Nogame in the Animal Crossing New Horizons livestream. She has now been promoted to manager of production number 5, which is the Animal Crossing and the Splatoon dev team. So they are all one dev team, like what I did say earlier. They are basically the same sort of thing. So I think this confirms that we will have to wait for Splatoon 3. They are busy working on Animal Crossing New Horizons. So yeah, I think it does confirm what I have been talking about throughout this video. But who knows, maybe in the future, maybe we'll see Aya Kayugoku produce the game alongside Nogame. Maybe she will be the manager for Splatoon 3 moving forward. We haven't really seen her publicly for Splatoon. We always associate her for Animal Crossing, but who knows, maybe for Splatoon 3, maybe in Treehouse live streams, maybe we will see Aya Kayugoku alongside Nogame, like what happened with Animal Crossing New Horizons. I know for a lot of people, in an ideal world, Splatoon 3 would come out in 2020. It would be similar like what happened with Splatoon 2. So we had the final Splatfest for Splatoon 1 in July 2016, and then a year later, in July 2017, we got Splatoon 2. A lot of people want that situation to be repeated with Splatoon 3. I know I said earlier on in the video that I would want the dev team to spend a lot of time on Splatoon 3, but say like if we did get it in 2020, I would be really hyped for it. I would pick it up day one. I would of course cover it on the channel. I would be really excited if Splatoon 3 did come out next year. But I think things are different this time around. I think the dev team are not going to be working on Splatoon 3 straight away. They are busy working on Animal Crossing New Horizons, and only when they are finished working on that game is when they will start working on Splatoon 3. Now, something which I haven't really considered yet is maybe a lot of the dev team, when Animal Crossing New Horizons does come out in March 2020, maybe Nintendo will move quite a lot of that team over to work on Splatoon 3, with only a small team to work on new content for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Maybe that could be a situation that does eventually happen. But say like if Splatoon 3 does start in 2020, say like if they do start working on it next year, it doesn't necessarily mean that we will get it a year later. Who knows, maybe they could have big plans for Splatoon 3 and it would take quite a while for them to develop it. So even if they did start developing it next year, it doesn't necessarily mean we will get it a year later. Maybe we will see a longer development time for Splatoon 3. So yeah, I think Splatoon 3 is a long while yet from happening. At the end of the day though, this is just speculation on my part. I could have got it completely wrong. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below.